Alright, guys, welcome to the next installment of Spoiler Alert. My name is Mike with Mike W. Productions, of course. As you know, if you've seen any of the spoiler alerts, that is my name. Now, what we are going to do today is talk about the second and third episodes of The Bad Batch. If you guys do not know the Bad Batch, I will explain, and that would be these guys minus the guy in the corner. So, that is me, actually. I finally got a camera that I can do live video with you guys while I do this presentation for you guys. These four guys up here are the Bad Batch, as you know. If you guys haven't seen the first episode, it's about 50 minutes long. So go ahead and go to your Disney Plus and give it a good watch. It's again about 50 minutes long, but it's actually very exciting, very good production. Of course, Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni have been dealing with most of the Star Wars stuff, like Mandalorian and things like that. So I believe Dave Filoni is the one heading up this deal. So go ahead and go back and watch those, and then go ahead and watch the next two if you haven't seen those as well, just because I don't want you to be completely spoiled with this spoiler alert. So, with that, that is your warning. So, let's talk about these guys. These guys are, of course, the Bad Batch, as you may know. And in the second episode, we come to another planet with another clone that ran away from the stormtrooper life. He ran away from the Republic, and he is technically not a part of the Bad Batch, but uh, he is one of the ones that are not compliant with Order 66. Now, the thing about Order 66 is that for it to work, you have to have uh, the wording um, active, do Order 66, basically. We see this in the movies, in episode 3 of the prequel movies. We see this in the beginning of the first episode. So a lot of this is already kind of told to us. But if he heard it, he may go and try and find a Jedi and try and kill them. But I'm not sure how long that lasts because everyone who had Order 66 was was already near a Jedi at that point. They weren't having to go and seek them out. With that being said, this character is kind of interesting. He's married, has two adopted kids, and just kind of wants to do farming and have his own little life for himself. With so our friends and Omega, the Bad Batch and Omega go to his planet and find him. They had met him, I believe, in the Clone Wars. They may or may not have actually met him in the series. I can't remember if we've actually met this character in the series or not. But apparently, the Bad Batch knows who he is, and we're hiding out with him because they're being chased down uh, by the bad guys. So, by Moff Tarkin. So, that is pretty interesting because we have already seen a lot of the Moff Tarkin stuff. Um, we have a lot of new stuff going on in this world. Uh, the there's a lot of little background building stuff that's happening. You get a little bit more of how this guy knows the Bad Batch, why they're friends and stuff. Omega meets some small humans, or humanoids, if you will, because she's never seen any humans. She is in both of these episodes. Episode one, she gets into some trouble, and there's like a lion thing, tiger looking beast that comes after her, and she's kind of just an interesting character. With that, um, it's kind of like this character is going to be uh, pretty relevant in the story. During this whole scene, the Bad Batch gets worried about Omega, and if you guys haven't seen her before, this is Omega. Uh, she um, escapes with the Bad Batch. She is a Camino clone from the original host that made the clones, so I believe it's Jango Fett, and she is an off-breed of those. Not a whole lot going on in this episode, just more character building and why are we doing what we're doing? Why are we getting chased down by these people? And so that kind of completes episode 2. Now, episode 3, we get a little bit deeper, a little bit more storyline, and a little more action. Um, with this one, you have um, one of the Bad Batch and Omega trying to find this energy converter thing, and um, it's they've been attacked by this like lizard thing, and on the secondary uh, storyline, we have um, the other clone that decided not to go with them. He actually betrayed them. I believe his name is Bullseye. Yeah, I believe it's Bullseye. And with him, the thing is that he's kind of just a hardcore stormtrooper. The group that he is with is trying to kind of push out the clone troopers and replace them with uh, human stormtroopers, kind of like Poe. Not Poe, Finn. So Finn is, if you guys didn't know, was a stormtrooper that was kidnapped as a child and basically trained to be a stormtrooper. That is basically what we're getting at now. There is some detail to that we haven't gotten into so far on basically the logistics. They are saying right now that it's more so a cost effective thing. I would say so much that it is that Darth Vader is afraid of what the clone troopers are able to do when they adapt, because that is what they're made to do. I know I said this in the last episode, but I believe that's why we are doing that. And in the second episode, the Camino people, the long necked alien people, um, are kind of in trade negotiations with the dark side, and they are trying to figure out, are we going to be a thing in the next couple of years? The other thing is, they are, because of this fear, they are trying to create their own like secondary group or an off breed of the clone troopers, which don't supposedly don't age or don't have defects. So, does that work? We'll have to find out. They don't really touch too much on it. It's just kind of the idea. They are looking for a um, a person to jump in and take over and use their blood for that because the blood that they got from Jango Fett is getting aged. So, with that being said, that's pretty much what's going on with the Camino stuff and the bad guys. On the good side, with um, the Bad Batch, they're on this planet, and as I said, some kind of weird lizard thing came in and stole their power converters. Omega and one of the Bad Batch had to go and find this converter so they can get off of this thing, and so they kind of go hunting. The lizard thing comes out and attacks them, knocking out the one of the members' mask. Omega had to put it on back on their face, and it's kind of it knocks him out and makes him not able to do what he's doing. Then Omega decides to take the guy's blaster because he's knocked out and go and look for this alien and go and get that part that they need to be able to leave. And she does. She goes down in the little hole, finds him, and we find out that this thing is attracted to energy. So she flickers on the flashlight. It kind of freaks out. She turns it off. It's fine. Turns it on again. It freaks out again. And so she's kind of figuring out, oh, what happens if I turn it on and throw it? So she does that, and it kind of acts like a dog and goes over and just kind of grabs it, and then it starts glowing. So I believe that this thing is attracted to energy, kind of like a food source. She grabs the part and runs away. They get the part and they leave where they were. And then at the end, one of the Bad Batch has a surprise for Omega, and that is that they built her a room with a little curtain on it, and so she's becoming more of, I guess, part of the group, and that's kind of cool because she's becoming more acquainted with them because she is technically one of them, even though she's a different breed of clone. She's technically a Bad Batch because she wasn't made to be a soldier so much, and she's growing up. Probably not as much of an accelerated rate as the Bad Batch were made to. So, with that being said, that is the second and third episodes breakdown for you guys. I know that there's a lot of drama going on behind the scenes at Lucasfilms. Kathleen Kennedy's doing stuff. They fired Gina Carano. We already know that. Freddie Prinze Jr. has an opinion. I don't see why anyone cares. Um, but everything that they're doing is it's just drama. Um, People are saying, "Oh well, the Bad Batch person who does the voices isn't, from wherever." I think the original guy is from New Zealand. The girl who plays Omega is from New Zealand. The guy who has always played the Stormtrooper voices in the cartoon is a white guy. They're like, well, why couldn't they get a New Zealander? For me, I just don't care. It doesn't make sense. I like this guy who voices it. It's a cartoon, and it doesn't matter. And I've had that in other uh, videos before. It doesn't matter as long as they play the character, or in this case, the characters, well and does justice to the story. That is what I am looking for, and I don't care about anything else as long as they do just that. So, with that being said, thank you guys for showing up. Go ahead and give this a like and a share or a follow if you like it. If not, give it a thumbs down. It's fine. We got, things to do. It is Sunday as of right now. We will be doing another um, spoiler alert for you guys coming up pretty soon the next time that the Bad Batch comes on. If you guys have any ideas on the next spoiler alert, I will be doing Loki when it comes out. But if there's anything else that you want me to cover while we're kind of in that in between zone, let me know. And also, if there's something that you guys see for the other series that you can find on this channel called That Won't Fly, if there's a movie that you think that would not fly in today's, let's say, sensitive, uh, social standards, let me know and I will do a review about that. If you want to see the last one, go ahead and go to my channel, and there's at least two of them there. I have the producers is the last one that I created, so go ahead and watch those if you would like as well. But again, thank you guys for showing up, and we will see you next time. Peace.